Carol, and I'm so glad you joined us. Today is class 14 of our 30-class active chair yoga journey together. We're going to move into a standing horse pose and get our heart rate up. This class launched a couple of years ago, and let's experience our chair yoga practice as a community together. Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined our community. Check out the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage for easy access to videos about the body area you want to work on, or the amount of time you have for your yoga practice today, or if you want to stay seated or stand more. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. Don't forget, it's free, and we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. Now, in today's practice, we'll explore poses for energy, to move and energize our bodies. You'll only need a chair for today's class, and let's get started. So we're going to move forward in our chair, so we're not leaning back, and we'll take just a moment to ground and connect to our heart center. So thinking about your feet connected to the earth, equally weighted. Same thing with your sits bones. So you have those sits bones on the chair, equally weighted. Let's go ahead, lifting up through the heart, pull the shoulders down, close the eyes, and just begin to breathe, just connecting to that breath. Now let's begin to elongate the breath, inhaling just a little more deeply and exhaling a little more completely. Go ahead at your own pace. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. Just one more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your side. We're going to shrug our shoulders up into our ears, and then we're just going to let them fall. Let gravity help you there. All right, let's do that again. Let's shrug those shoulders up into the ears and release. Let's do that one more time. Shrug it up and release. Excellent work. Okay, so next we're going to let our right ear fall towards our right shoulder. So feel your natural range of motion here first, all right? So just a little stretch there for that neck. Now, you're going to lift your hand and you're just going to place it on top of the head. Super gentle. You're not pulling or tugging. You're just letting the weight of that hand give your neck a little extra stretch. Now, we're going to extend the opposite arm out towards the wall beside you. Flex through the wrist and push through that palm. Nice little stretch there. All right, let's bring the hand down. Take the hand off of the head. Go ahead and lift that head up. That feels pretty good, right? I feel that one. Let's go to the other side. So now we're going to let that left ear fall first. So just your natural range of motion here, just letting that happen. Now lift that hand up and place it on the head. Feel that stretch. Now opposite arm extends, flexing and pressing. Just one more breath here. All right, let's bring the hand down first. Take the hand off of the head and then lift that head up. Let's do another shoulder shrug just for the fun of it. What do you think? And let it fall. Okay, good. So I talk about the sits bones, and so what I want you to do is we're going to feel what that actually feels like other than just on the chair. So with your palms facing up, I want you to put one hand under each of your hips, each of your glutes, if you will. So do you feel those pointy bones now, right? So those sits bones. So now we're going to rock our hips forward, just like we were going to do a cow pose, right? So kind of squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. You feel what's happening to those sits bones? They're kind of rocking back. Now pull your belly button in and kind of round like you're doing a cat pose. Do you feel what happens now with those sits bones? They're moving forward, right? Let's do that again. Just feel what what's happening with those sits bones. So you can feel it a little bit better with your sitting on your palms, can't you? All right, let's go ahead and release that. And now we're going to take our hands out from underneath our seat, okay? Now let's do a cat and a cow. So we'll start with our cow pose, and we're going to take those thumbs to the back of the wall. Remember, shoulders stay down and squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you, lifting up. So my gaze is up, super gentle here though. All right, now let's move into cat pose. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to round, our back is going to round down. Our hands are going to come to our thighs, right? Elbows are wide. And tuck your chin and look down at your belly button. So there's a nice cat pose. Okay, let's do that again. Lifting up into cow pose, lifting up, squeezing your shoulder blades behind you, kind of looking where the ceiling and the wall meet. Now let's come into that cat pose. Rounding those shoulders, tucking the chin. Don't hold the head up, right? Tuck that chin, look down at your belly button. All right, let's add the breath. We're going to inhale into cow pose. And we're going to exhale into cat pose. Just at your own pace, let's do that 2 more times. Just inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. See how that feels. We're warming up that spine a little bit. Let's do 1 more time. Taking your time. No hurry here. All right, let's release that and grab a sip of water. So our next pose is a chair pose variation. So I want you to bring your feet back towards, so you've got that 90-degree angle and you can press down on those feet. You're going to hold on to the thighs. We're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to press up into standing. And then we're going to sit back down. And we're going to do that again. Press up into standing. And we're going to sit back down. Again, press up into standing. And sit back down. Press up. Press down. Press up. Down. 2 more. Press it up. How's that feeling, right? Are you feeling a little heat building in those legs? I know, right? Press it up and have a seat. Okay, so in chair pose, normally our knees would be bent, and we're just going to go ahead, we're just coming all the way up instead of having those knees bent. So that's why I'm calling it the variation. Okay, hands to heart. Remember, you can have your hands on thighs. That's okay. Let's take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, up we go. And down we go. Inhale to prepare. Press it up. Inhale down. Ready? Exhale, press it up. I know, right? I feel it too. And down. Let's do it again. Press it up. Down. Can we do 2 more? I feel it too. Last one. Now stand, stay standing. I should have given you a little cue on that one, shouldn't I, ahead of time? Sorry. All right. If you sat back down, go ahead and come back up to standing. And we're going to come behind our chair. How'd that feel? You got a little quadricep going, don't you? I felt it too. Okay, so you're behind your chair and you've just got your hands resting lightly on the back of that chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift up onto those tippy toes. Okay, so the heels are up. Now let's put those heels down and let's lift up the toes. So it's just a little rocking motion. Let's do that again. Up, down, lift the toes, and down. Again, up, lift the toes. Last time, heels up, down, toes up, and down. Very, very good. So now we're going to move into horse pose. We'll heel, toe, the feet wide, okay? Now, We're going to bend their knees, shoot your hips back. You're still holding onto that chair, all right? Now we're going to lift the toes, the toes. So let's lift onto the toes of that right foot, okay? And then we're going to put it down. And then let's do the other side. Lift and down. Again, lift and down. Other heel and down. One more. Lift, put the heel down, lift the other heel, put it down, straighten the legs, and let's go ahead and heel toe those feet back together and take just a moment. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing. This time we're going to let go of the chair, and we're going to bring our arms up at goalpost. So it's a little balance work, and we're still lifting our heel and putting the heel down. So just kind of whatever feels good for you. If that feels okay, then do it. If you got the chair right here, so you can just keep grabbing onto that chair if you need to. Okay? All right. So here we go. We're going to heel, toe, heel, toe. Now you want the knees in alignment with the toes, and you want those toes at a diagonal. All right? Bend the knees, shoot the hips back. Now look down and make sure the knee is behind the toes, so we don't want the knees to come in front of the toes. So they need to be behind, which means you need to be pushing those hips back. All right, are we ready? We're going to try releasing the chair, come to goalpost arms. All right, let's start with the left heel. We're going to lift that heel up. I'm up on those tippy toes. Put the heel down. Let's do it on the other side. Lift and down. Again, lift, down, lift, down. Again, lift, down, lift, down. Last time, lift, down, lift, down. Go ahead and come in and take a break. Now the final thing we're going to add on, as we lift our heel, we're going to, instead of staying here, we're going to bring the arms up. So the heel will lift and the arms will come up and then down and then up and down. So anytime we're doing balance and we're moving, it's dynamic balance and it's challenging. So, if it works, great. You want to hold on to that chair, that's okay too. All right, are we ready? This is it, last one. Heel, toe, knees are in alignment with the feet. Shoot the hips back, bending those knees. Make sure the knees are behind the toes. So get the form correct before we start. All right, goalpost arms. Now I'm going to lift my right heel and I'll bring my arms up and down and switch it up and down again. Up and down, up, down again. Last one. All right, grab the chair, heel toe those feet back in together. How did that feel? Take just a moment. Okay, very good. So for the next pose, it's downward facing dog. It's a little variation of our down dog. I want you to stay behind your chair. I'm going to turn my chair so you can see me just a little bit better. And I knocked my water over. So I'm just turning my chair so you can see me a little bit better. You're behind your chair. Now, I want you to step back so that your arms are nice and long, all right? Pull that belly in super tight, and we're going to begin to let that heart fall forward, all right? So this is a variation of downward dog. It almost feels a little bit more like a forward fold, to be totally honest, but this is the position that we're going to be in, okay? Now, I want you to bring your heart forward, and then I want you to shoot your hips back. So it's a little bit of a movement, like an accordion almost. Bring your heart forward, shoot your hips back. Let's do that again. Bring the heart forward, shoot the hips back. Last time. Bring the heart forward, shoot the hips back. Go ahead and come up into a standing position. So what I want you to be feeling in this one is kind of that extension and that release, and that extension and release. So I call it sometimes feeling like you're putting space between each and every vertebra. So I want you to feel that lengthening and then release, and that lengthening and release. We're going to do that one more time, okay? So I'm going to hinge forward. I've got my hands on my chair. My arms are long. I'm going to move back just a little bit more. I think I've got that availability in my body. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to let my heart fall forward. All right, are we ready? Let's go ahead and bring the head forward towards the chair. And then I'm going to push my hips back. Feel that stretch in that spine. Oh, this is better. Having a little more length is better for me. So think about that if you want to step back away from your chair a little more. Okay, let's come forward. Push those hips back. Head comes forward. Push those hips back. Let's do that 2 more times. Head comes forward. Nice stretch for that spine, right? You feel it? Back we go. Last one. Forward. Push it back. Now you're going to bend the knees and then you're just going to roll up into a standing position. I like that one. It's just a little different from our traditional downward facing dog, and I thought that one was kind of nice. All right, we're going to come to seated. And grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair. Now the leg next to the chair, you're going to place that foot right under so that when you bend the knee, the shin touches. And then this other leg, you're going to take a step back and that foot, the heel is down and that foot is at that 45-degree angle. Move your hips to where they're facing the chair, the seat of the chair. Okay, so the hips are around. Pull that belly in, lengthen through the tailbone. Pull the hands to heart. And here's a beautiful warrior one. Let's inhale to prepare and exhale, extend those arms to the ceiling. You can always leave your hands at heart if that feels better. All right, now inhale to prepare, and then you're going to, with your right hand, you're going to start that windmill around, and then you're going to face me into a warrior 2. Shoulders are down, squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. This knee tracks to that second toe. Ribs are in the center of the body. Flip that front palm up and back. Come back to that warrior 2. Now the hand is going to come to the chair for that side angle pose. Notice how my shoulder, and wrist are in alignment. Well, it's really wrist, shoulder, wrist, right? So I'm not letting that upper body sink down. I'm lifting up nice and tall. One more breath here. Push through that front heel. Come back into that warrior 2. Flip the palm up and back. Reverse your warrior. Back to warrior 2. And release. Okay. So let's come to the other side, and then we're going to do a couple of add-ons. But let's do the other side first. So the heel, remember the foot next to the back of the chair is the one that goes under. Bend that knee, shin touches. Take a step back with that opposite leg. The heel is down, right? The foot's at that angle. Bring those hips around. Now pull that belly in super tight. Lengthen through that tailbone, crown of the head to the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, fingertips to the ceiling. And there's your beautiful warrior 1. Starting with your left hand, you're going to windmill around to your warrior 2 facing me. Look over those front fingertips, flip that palm up, reverse your warrior up and back. Looking up at the ceiling, if that feels okay on you, your neck, back to that warrior 2. Now that hand is just going to come down to the chair. Lifting up nice and tall. Feels so good. One more breath. Push through the front heel, come back to that warrior 2. Let's reverse it one more time. Come back to that warrior 2. And release. Okay, very good. So did that feel all right? So what we're going to do is just a few add-ons in our side angle pose, okay? So let's go ahead and come back to the other side. Get set. Remember, foot under, back heel down, hips forward, bend the front knee, pull the belly in, right? Hands to heart. All right. Let's inhale here. Exhale, extend those arms up to the ceiling. Now go ahead and move into that warrior two. We've done this one. We know what we're doing. Let's go ahead and reverse our warrior just because it feels good. Okay, now this hand is going to go into the chair. So here is our traditional side angle pose. Now we're going to extend this hand by ear. So I call this bicep by ear. So you might just feel a little more stretch. So this is an extended side angle pose. All right, so there's a version. It's a great version. If you want to hang out here, hang out here. You're going to get a good stretch. If you want a little bit more, now I want to bring this arm back up. This hand that's supporting myself in the chair, I want to bring it down by my ankle. So it's kind of wrist by ankle. But the minute that happens, you can't let the upper body begin to sink, right? So you're using your abdominals to lift up. Now, if you want a little bit more, just if you want, the hand that's in the air is going to come back down by the hand that's by your leg, and you're going to revolve that side angle pose. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm really feeling this, and especially the front leg, right? Building a little bit of heat there. Let's bring that hand back around, open back up, press into that warrior two, flip that palm up and back, and release. Step out of it. Okay, let's come to the other side. So we're going to start in our warrior one. So the foot is under the chair. We can bend that knee and feel the shin or the knee touching the chair. Step it back, right? Get those hips around, bend that front knee. Hands to heart. Pull the belly in, lengthen through the tailbone. All right, let's extend those arms up to the ceiling for a beautiful warrior one. Then we're going to move to our warrior two. We're going to flip our palm up and back to reverse our warrior. Back to warrior two, then we're going to move into side angle pose. And you can hang out right here. I get it. If you want a little bit more, we're going to move that bicep by ear. Extended side angle. Now, if you want more, you're going to bring this arm back and then you're going to let this wrist fall down by your ankle. But don't let the upper body collapse. You've got to stay nice and open here. The hand that's in the air, we're going to revolve our side angle. It's going to come down to the leg, and then you're going to bring that opposite arm up. Do not overextend the shoulder. Bring the hand back down, open back up. Press back into that warrior two. Let's reverse it one more time. Back to that warrior two. And release. All right, excellent work. We're going to come back onto the other side of your chair. Now, I've got one hand on the chair here, and the other arm is in cactus. We're going to lift the knee next to the chair. Okay? Now, this is a great version, just hanging out right here if you want to. But if you want a little bit more, we're going to come and bring that arm across our body, and then we're going to open it back up. Inhale, exhale, cross, and up. We're going to do that again. Cross, and up, and do that one more time. Cross and up. Okay, and then release it. How did that feel, right? Let's do the other side. So we're going to do that one more time on each side and try not to hold the chair. So we're just going to see how that feels, all right? So we're going to come up to cactus arm, bring that knee up, the knee next to the chair. And then we're going to cross, and we're going to bring it up. And we're going to cross and bring it up. And cross and up. One more. Cross and up, and release. Okay, so now let's come back to this side of the chair. So your arm comes up to cactus, the other knee comes up. So what we're going to try to do is let go of the chair, and we're going to cross over and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, come up. Let's do that one more time. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1, and up, and release. How'd that do? I know, it's pretty challenging. Let's do the other side. So anytime when we're doing a balance pose and we kind of come out of alignment from the center of the body like we're doing this, it's very challenging. Okay, so are we ready? We're going to let go, and we're going to cross. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, leg comes down. Let's do that again. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Last time, we've got this. Cross. 4, 3, 2, 1, lift, and down. How'd that feel? Okay, good. So we're going to come behind our chair, and this is a Warrior 3 leg lift series. I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can see me a little bit better. So what's going to happen, I'm stepping back. I've still got my hands on the chair, okay? Now, I'm going to lift my left leg up, and I'm going to lower my heart so that I'm in like a tabletop position. Now from here, I'm just going to bring my toes to the floor, and then I'm going to lift that leg up. Bring the toes to the floor and lift. Toes to the floor and lift. Toes down, lift. Toes down, lift. Building some heat in that leg. You feel it? And lift. Toes down and lift. Toes down and lift. 2 more. Toes, lift. Last one. We're going straight to the other side. Put that foot down. Now the other toe, the other leg is going to lift. Ready? Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Make sure the hips stay square. You're looking down at the mat. You're not, no wrinkles in the neck. So no pressure on that neck. Lift and lower. Keep going. Lift and lower. Abs tight. Lift and lower. Building heat. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower and release. Okay, so the final thing on this one is we'll be here. We're going to lift that leg, right, our upper bodies, and then we're going to bring that knee in and across to that opposite knee, elbow. That's what I meant to say. And then you're going to extend it out, okay? So then we're going to bring the knee into the chest, cross over to the elbow, and out, okay? Are we ready? Here we go. So I'm stepping away. My upper body is coming forward, and I'm looking down at the mat. So no wrinkles in that neck. Let's bring that left foot up. It doesn't matter which one. Just we're going to switch. So bring that leg up. Now, you're going to bring the knee in and cross it over to that extended elbow, the opposite elbow, and then out. Bring that knee in, cross to that opposite elbow. Push that leg out. Bring that knee in, cross. Push that leg out. Knee in and cross. Push the leg out. Belly tight. Knee in and cross. Push it out. 1 more. Knee in and cross. Push that leg out. Put that foot on the floor straight to the other side. Left that leg. Now bring the knee in. Cross to that opposite elbow. Push it back. Bring that knee in. Cross. Push it back. Knee comes in and crosses. Push that leg back. Knee comes in and crosses. Push it back. Bring it in, cross. Push it back. Last time. Bring that knee in. Push it back. Put that leg down. And release. Okay, that got my heart rate up. I don't know about you. But I've got a little lifted heart rate there. Let's come to seated and grab a sip of water. bend our arms, bend your elbows, have the elbows in towards the side of the waist and the palms are facing up. Okay? So we're going to bring our hands in front and then we're going to bring them out to the side. And then we're going to bring them in and we're going to bring them out. Let's do that 2 more times. So the elbows stay in near the waist. The elbows are not moving. It's just those shoulders. All right. Now we're going to add a knee lift, okay? So as your arms are out, you're going to lift a knee, and then you're going to put the knee down and bring the arms in. And other side. And in. Lift that knee. And in. Again. Good. Now, not leaning back. Crown of the head stays up to the ceiling. Use your abdominals and quads. Lift. 1 more on each side. And release. Okay, really good. So we're going to do a malasana garland pose variation today. So we're going to move a little bit forward in our chair. And so instead of leaning over like if you've done malasana with me before, you'll know we'll be leaning forward. But this time, we're going to stay seated upright. So leave your crown of the head to the ceiling. Now, we're going to straighten our arms, and I want you to bring the palms of the hands facing one another so the backs of the palms are on the inside of those thighs. Now, I want you to engage your knees, press in, and I want you to engage your arms and press those hands out. And let's release it. So let's do that again. It's an isometric stretch here. Press it out. And release. You should be feeling a lot of work on those arms. Let's do it 1 more time. And release. Now the hands are going to go on the outside of the legs. So you're going to be pressing the legs out and the arms in. Let's do it. Press it. And release. So this is you get out of it what you put in, right? And release. Let's do that 2 more times. And 1 more time. And release. Very good. So the next series is a little bit of memory work. So I'm going to cue through it. We're going to be moving and twisting our arms and doing some things. And I'll cue it at first. And then I'm going to stop cueing it. And let's see if we can do it with just from our memory. Okay? So let's extend our arms out. Now we're going to twist our arms 4 times, okay? So it's twist, 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 twist. Now you're going to bring the arms down and up. And then we're going to do it 2 times. Twist and twist. And down and up. 2 times again. Twist and twist. Now hands overhead and out for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and up. 2, 1, down and up. 2, 1, overhead. Again. 4. Down and up. 2. Down and up. 2. Overhead. 4. And release. How'd you do? Did you remember the series? Just a little memory work there. All right, very good. So we're going to heel toe our feet a little bit wide. Doesn't have to be super wide, just a little bit wide. And then we're going to drop one knee towards the floor. I don't know, you see how I'm kind of twisting a little bit? And then I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to twist the other side. So it's a little bit like a crescent lunge, and then up. So that knee comes down just a little, and then up, and then this knee comes down. You see what's happening there? And then up. Let's do that again. And up. Last time. and up. Very good. Go ahead and bring those legs in and take just a little break. Okay. So now we've done a little bit with those legs. We're going to do a little bit now for the shoulders. So we're going to do a heel toe and a heel toe, right? Don't have to be too wide, just whatever feels comfortable for you. Now, we're going to take this right shoulder and we're going to let it dip. It's not a huge dip, so I'm not trying to get it down the way we've done in other classes. This is a little bit different, so it's just a little bit of a dip. And then come up. And then let's do the other side. Just kind of see how that feels, right? So you see what I'm doing there? It's just a little dip of that shoulder. And then up. Okay. So now the only add-on here, we're going to let that shoulder fall down. Then I want you to shrug your shoulder up into the ear. Feel it? It's a little different, right? And down. Okay. Let's release that. Let's do the other side. Dip. Shrug. Hold. Release. And up. Let's do it again. Dip, shrug, release, and lift. Other side. Dip, shrug, release, and up. Very good. Okay, heel toe those feet back together. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Toes are up to the ceiling. Pyramid pose. We're going to lengthen nice and long through our spine. Hold on to those thighs. Let the heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. Look beyond your toes. Feel the hamstring stretch. And lift it up. Let's do that again. Lengthen and hinge. Now, you want to keep the legs straight, right? So our tendency is wanting to bend the knee so we can get our heart closer to the thigh. The minute you bend that knee, you're minimizing the stretch that's happening in the hamstring. So we want to keep the legs straight, okay? Doesn't matter how far the heart comes down. Makes absolutely no difference. Keeping the legs straight, though, makes a big difference. All right, let's come up and do the other side. So extending that other leg long, toes to the ceiling, lengthen. Now keep the back flat, look beyond your toes. Feel that stretch in the back side of that leg. Tuck the chin and roll it up, and we're going to do that one more time. Extend and hinge. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Okay, so getting ready for pigeon pose. So let's take this ankle, place it on that leg. So it's in front of the knee there. And this could be your version of pigeon pose, and this is what you want to do. Absolutely fine. If you want just a little bit more, oh, you know what I didn't say is if you wanted to cross ankle to ankle, that's absolutely fine too, right? So crossing ankle to ankle is fine, or you can bring that ankle up in front of that knee. Okay, so now if you want more, you're going to lengthen through the spine and let the heart fall forward. Even if you have ankle to ankle, doing this version, you'll feel a little more stretch. So what are we stretching? Right back here. You feel that? I do. Okay, tuck the chin, roll it up, and we're going to do that one more time. Nice and long through the spine. Keep the back flat, looking beyond, out, right? And roll it up. Okay, let's switch sides. So remember, ankle to ankle is fine, or ankle to knee. Just hang out here for a couple of moments, couple of breaths, kind of letting that hip feel what we're trying to get it to do. Now, lengthening through the spine, letting that heart fall forward. Oh, yeah. There's that hip glute area. Tuck the chin and roll it up. And let's do that one more time. Lengthen nice and long through the spine, and let that heart fall forward. One more breath, and up we go. All right, getting ready for Shavasana pose. We're going to sit back in our chair. Hands are going to rest lightly on the thighs. Lift those palms up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and a full breath out.
Strength grows stronger. Feel your strength. Let it grow stronger. Exercise your strength. Experience the rewards it brings. Does an excuse to give up slip into your mind? You are stronger than that excuse, able to transcend it and leave it behind? Are distractions and temptations assaulting you from all sides? Activate your strength and rise above them. Envision the good things your strength can bring to life. Then live that vision. Make use of your strength. Continue giving it opportunities to increase. Your life has great meaning. With strength, come to better understand and fulfill that meaning.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head just a gentle tug. Release it. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open the mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Click on that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.